good morning, coffee time. No, good afternoon. It's, 12, good afternoon. First things first, I have some new subscribers. So, in no particular order, where's my pad? Hans P, Shift A, Stephen Carroll, thank you very much, very grateful. If you've subscribed and left your name and I've not mentioned you, it's because I've not noticed it in my inbox, which is crammed full of unwatched videos. I've watched a lot, but there's still a heck of a lot that I haven't watched. So if you subscribed, left your name and I've not mentioned you, thank you very much, just that I've not noticed you. To those of you that have subscribed on our anonymous subscribers, as I know there are out there, thank you very much to you too. You know who you are. Thank you very much, fantastic. And there is one person that has subscribed that I assume is in the Russian Federation, because he's left his name and it's written in what I assume is Russian, so I can't pronounce it. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. But again, you know who you are, so thank you very much. Thank you to everybody for subscribing. I think I'm up to about 91 now, so 9 away from 3 figures, so let's get it to 100. Fantastic. Our 95th Rifles by Italeri. Excuse me a moment, where's my chair? Our 95th Rifles by Italeri are finished. So it's taken me it's the trouble with wearing glasses. You clean them and in no time at all they're dirty again. Yeah, our 95th Rifles have taken about 2 weeks to do. I didn't go that mad at it, but got the job done. And once you start getting into lots of little detail like piping on cuffs and collar and buttons and all this business, which I like to add, because although these are for the gaming table, I do know at some point they'll probably end up in a cabinet somewhere. So they're done anyway. So very pleased. If I can get this camera to work properly. Yeah, a considerable amount of work, I have to say, but well worth the effort. I was amazed actually when you really get into these figures. Amazed how much detailing there was in them. Sculptor's done a very nice job. And you'll notice I've given some of them different color trousers, just to break it up a bit. Come on, focus up, will you? There you go. Yeah, very nice. Worth the effort. Let's have a look here a minute. yeah, definitely worth the effort. And our would-be standard bearers. And of course, our officer figure. Which I have to say turned out very well. There you go. Considering he's got a replacement arm, he's come out very well. I like that figure very much. So that's the 95th Rifles finished. What I'll do in a minute after I finish making this video is give them a coat of varnish, get some varnish on them, and I'll start cutting the bases. And I have a flag to paint because I'm one flag short, because I can't seem to get a commercially made flag for this unit. So I have to paint a flag by hand, green with a horn on it, So I'll do that. And I'll seek out my next battalion, which is going to be, as a lot of people are painting Highlanders, thought I'd do a batch of Cameron Highlanders. Now that gives me a choice of either SE figures or Airfix figures, because I can't buy anything in at the moment because of the current situation. So I have to use what I got, so it's either going to be SE or Airfix. I'm undecided at the moment, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it was, I was watching, who was I watching? BJ Kerno, I think. And was saying with regard to 1/72 scale figures, there's never enough standard bearers, which is very true. I totally agree. Now you can normally, in a 1/77 packet of sort of infantry, Napoleonic infantry, you can normally get 2 battalions out of 1 box normally, but there's never enough standard bearers. But my thought on that is you can always, there's always figures, there'll nearly always be figures in the box you can convert for a standard bearer, as you've seen me do with this box. Guys stood to attention with a rifle, just cut out the rifle and use in this case a piece of paper clip for pole. I'll just put that in its place. I could have used, in this box, I could have used that figure. Cut out the rifle, drill out the hand, put in a pole. He would have done. because nobody reloads a musket like that. You have the butt of the musket on the ground, so that's a bit of a silly figure, really. And I could have used there's another figure here I could have used, and I'm trying to see which one it is now. Oh, I can't find it. I had another figure here that I could have used as a, excuse me a second. Oh, yeah, here you go. That figure there I could have used. Cut out the rifle, drill out the hands, put in a pole, flag bearer. So I had a choice. But the reason I went with that type of figure was I didn't want too many of them in the finished battalion. Sort of stood at the back all bolt upright. So I went with that. Even though the guy reloading the musket looks a bit silly, I kept him in preference to that. But there's always things you can do. There's always things you can do if you're short. You see, I was watching Marksman Gaming last night, and he painted some very nice French artillery, Grenadier artillery. I was trying to think then. Grenadier artillery, they look like old guard. And he was saying it's a shame there's only about four gunners per gun. It's a shame, and it is. To me, you want at least 6. But if you think about it, there's probably a box of Grenadiers you can get from somewhere that you can take a couple of the figures out and change them to gunners. Yeah, I'm sure you could do it. I'm sure you could do. There's always things you can do if you want something. You know, you're short of something, shorter a figure for this, shorter figures for that. There's always something you can do if you think about it. Like the flag, I haven't got a flag, so I've got to paint one. Or you get a figure in a box that comes complete with a flag on a pole. And the figure that comes to mind for me is the Airfix British Grenadiers colour party for trooping the colour. That comes with a Grenadier holding a pole with the flag attached. And the flag is all drooped down. It's all drooped down and folded. And it's supposed to be a Union Jack, and you think, well, how the hell am I going to paint that? But if you think about it, you just make a paper Union Jack, colour it in, and fold it the same as the flag, and then you can see where the pattern goes. You just copy it. Same as like painting tartan on kilts. When you get to the back of the kilt, it's pleated. So just get a strip of paper and draw your tartan on it, and then pleat it, and look at it, and you say, well, that's how it goes, and then you paint it up. You use that as your template for your painting. I mean, there's always things you can think of to do with these models and buildings and figures and stuff. There's always things you can think of. Oh, there's the figure I haven't shown you. Just looking across at these figures are our bugler. There it is. There you go. That started life as an Airfix British Infantry bugler, but he'll do, he'll do. So that's 95th Rifles completed. So one down, what's that? One down, 11 units to go. Getting there, we're getting there. And quickly before I go, I'm going to let you all get on, and I want to get on and do these figures. I want to give them a coat of varnish, have some lunch and all the rest of it. One or two of you were saying that you liked the quiz questions last time. They were fun. Trying to entertain whilst we're all in lockdown. So here's another 8. Quickly before I go, here's another 8 quiz questions quickly before I go. Question 1. The footballer Graham Souness played international football for which country? Which country did Graham Souness play football for? Question 2. What number is to the right of 20 on a dartboard? As you look at a dartboard, 20 is straight up. What number is to the right of it? Question for the war gamers out there, which you should know. How many took part in the Battle of Waterloo? Simple question. How many took part in the Battle of Waterloo? I don't know whether that includes the on-field catering or not. I don't know. Question 4. In the TV series The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan, which you all remember, I'm sure, he was trapped in this surreal little village. You never had a name. Everybody was given a number. What number was Patrick McGoohan? What number was he in the TV series The Prisoner? Question 5 for the wargamers. What is the length of an English longbow? Give me the answer in feet or meters. Question 6. Which fictional characters lived at these addresses? 23 Railway Cuttings, East Cheam. Who lived there? 26A Oil Drum Lane, Shepherd's Bush. Who lived at that address? And the third and final address is Sodbury Terrace. Who lived in Sodbury Terrace? Question 7. What is the height a Spitfire can go? A Spitfire aircraft. Give me the answer. You can give me feet or meters, I don't mind. Question 8. Which country has the most TV stations? There's one country that has more TV stations than any other country. Now you could all go away and look these up on Google, which I hope you wouldn't do. Just see if you know them off the top of your head. So that's 8 quiz questions for you. The Computer Chess Challenge is still going on. Another dozen games have been played, which will be down in the description below, and an updated league table. I think it's going to come down to 2 different machines. The 1650 by Radio Shack or the Marks and Spencer's machine, because they've both played a lot of games and are both thus far unbeaten. So I think it's going to come down to either of those 2, but you know, never say never. There's still time for them to make a mess of it yet. So yeah, it's getting interesting, getting interesting. It's going to take a while to complete this chess tournament, but I think we're all going to be here for a while. People are talking about getting back to normal. I'm sorry folks, this is the normal. This is the new normal. You're going to have to put up with this for a considerable time. Oh, well, I will just say, quickly, and I'm going to have to disappear to the back of the room a second. With regard to that, we was talking about, or one or two of us were mentioning about the escape from Alcatraz, and I said I watched a very good DVD on it, a very good program on it. I'll quickly get in and I'll show you which one it is. Excuse me a second. There it is. 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 Yeah. The video is from this box set, Great Escapes and Prison Breaks, and the video that's in there is this one, Breakout from Alcatraz. Fantastic, very, very good watching. So that's the one I watched. I'm going to watch it again sometime. And I watched a very good video on YouTube on Jack the Ripper the other day, and excuse me, they're almost certain now, they know who the guy was, almost certain, but you never know for 100% for sure. But yeah, very good, very good. But so that's that one down there I just dropped down. That's the one on Alcatraz. Very good video if you can find it. Very good. So that's me done. I'm going to go away and have some lunch and put the chess challenge results down in the description down below. Get some varnish on these 95th rifles. So thanks to everybody for subscribing. Fantastic. Loving all the videos, some fantastic work being done whilst we're all in lockdown. Thanks for all your comments. I always try and answer them as much as I can. So we'll see you on the next one.